Is your plumber taking advantage of you? This is what's known as a bait and switch. We're a plumbing and heating company, and we've been exposing tricks in the industry that way you don't get taken advantage of. A bait and switch is whenever you see an ad online that charges $39 to $50 for a drain clearing. Just for context, it costs a company around $80 to $130 to send a truck out to your home. That money has to get made up somewhere, and it's gonna be your house. The bait is the $39 or $50 drain clearing. The switch is whenever they get to your house and they find something that needs to get fixed or replaced right then and there. We get horror stories of this. Homeowners that thought that they were calling a company out just to clear a drain that end up spending thousands of dollars in replacements that weren't necessarily needed.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Robert here. Unfortunately, in recessionary times, the economy is slowing down, contracting. You really see people's character when it comes to business. Like the gentleman said in the video, you need to beware when professionals come to your house so that you're not taken advantage of. Most of the clients that I deal with are women, and I don't want you to feel afraid or vulnerable. This video is going to empower you to have the knowledge that you need to have to ferret out if somebody's trying to bait and switch you. Hi, my name is Robert. So take a few minutes, hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and I thank you in advance. Also, I'm a lender. If you need help with funding for residential real estate, my contact information is in the pinned comment and the description below. I want to let all of you out there know, look out for your people, man. Look out for your elders. Look out for your single ladies. No disrespect to a lot of the younger men, but if you don't know about these things, you don't know what to expect either. And this puts us on that perpetual wheel of always having to spend. The reason for the video is this: got a call and family member saying, hey, a plumber just came out from the goodness of his heart, someone that she had dealt with in the past and was in the area and decided to check out an issue for free. Red flag. And the reason I say red flag is, how often does that really happen? Very rarely do you see someone just come out and provide a free service unsolicited. So what that means to me is it's slower. Folks need to take care of their family, so on and so forth. And when times get tight, you see the real character. Ask some questions based upon what it is that the professional is telling you need. Secondly, get it in writing. Have them document it so that when you're asking whoever it is in your family or the AI, you can ask specific questions. And then thirdly, YouTube is your friend, because you can see all of those things will help calm your fears. Because if there's really a 911 going on, you would be able to see the evidence of that in a backup or water or something somewhere. Let's get into a checklist. For water, typically you're going to have to go outside of your home, and anything that's, if you have a sidewalk, that's a great way to mark what I'm saying. But anything that's on the street side of a sidewalk, if you're in a public utility type situation, I'm not saying if you have your own septic or well, that metal plate or that plastic plate there on the street side is where you turn off everything globally. And so I'll put the link in the description, but it looks like a T-bar with a notch on it where you can go and turn off the water to the house globally. You may have one of these other types of valves. And as I stated earlier, you want to make it a practice to go out maybe once a quarter, 3 times, 4 times a year to manipulate those valves to make sure that they're not seized up or anything of that nature, because you could go years without manipulating them. Same thing with your electrical systems. You have a main box probably on the outside of your home. If you're in an apartment or something of that nature, you should have some type of panel inside the home, maybe outside the home. You need to familiarize yourself with those switches to make sure you know how to shut things off at the system level, meaning you're shutting everything off. Let's move forward. Same thing with the gas. Gas is a big one. Anytime you're doing yard work or anything along those lines, you want to make sure you call the number where they could come out. The gas company can come out and mark those things. But same thing, there's a master control. And more times than not, the gas is going to be located on the outside by the meter. There's a certain type of paint that you want to make sure is good there to make sure that there's no rust going on, but you want to manipulate those valves to make sure you can turn them on and off, because if something happens, you don't want to possibly have to deal with that. That's water, the electrical system, and gas. So let's move to the isolation area, what some of the bigger systems on the inside of the house. So the water heater also has an inlet to the home and things of that nature. Typically, your water heater is going to be outside in an area where if the water's leaking, it can run down the garage and so on and so forth. So you want to make sure you know where those valves are and that they're operable, and you're being proactive in knowing where they are and how to manipulate them. Same thing, if you have irrigation or sprinkler systems, if it's the winter time, you might want to drain the line and then shut off those valves until the season comes back. So these are all areas and practices that are good, especially for ladies. These are things that you can do that you don't have to be freaked out and get caught up in this bait and switch thing because you're scared or you're nervous. Even some men that might not know how to do these things because you were never taught. YouTube, as I said, is an excellent source. On the inside of the home, okay, if you don't need to cut off the whole system, and if it's not at the water heater level or maybe the sprinkler system level, right, you might have to be able to isolate something, pinpoint it in one room in the house. So you got your washers, your sinks, your toilets. Okay. The goal is, again, to know where they are and to be able to manipulate them. As a bonus, I would also say that if you're going on a long, prolonged trip, okay, and an extended absence, you want to turn certain things off if you can. So if you can turn off the water coming into the home, as long as you don't have to have anything done, that's a good thing to do. I would also say your water heater setting, there's an away setting for gas and electric. So it's not using a lot of electricity. Things aren't on if you're going to be away for an extended period of time. So there you have it, guys. Hopefully that information will be helpful to those of you that might find yourself in one of these situations, and you want to be proactive. We don't want to assume, but go out and visually verify all of these valves and systems so that you know what time it is. What did I miss? What did I get wrong? Get down in the comment section and share the wealth of knowledge that you guys have. I have a great community from both ends of the age spectrum. I thank you in advance because as we all learn, we grow together. There could be a lot going on as well when it comes to securing the right home loan. If you are wanting to get onto the housing ladder, we have checklists that we put in place to help simplify that process for you. My contact information is in the description of the video and the top pinned comment below. My time is up, but I thank you for yours. As I always say, guys, let's be good to one another. Let grace abound. Watch these next 2 videos. They'll help you on your journey to becoming a homeowner. And until the next time, indeed, y'all stay blessed.